So, Yorgos, where were you born?
Well, I was born in the southern part of Greece, in Peloponnese, actually a small village where I lived until I was 16. And then I moved to Athens. I studied there, not cinema, economics.
Oh,
But while I was in the university, I was already started writing for this
yeah.
movie magazine. It was called Cinema Magazine, and it was literally the only movie magazine available in Greece. At that time, we were talking about 88, 1989, something like that.
Yeah.
And a few years after that, through the magazine, we founded the Athens International Film Festival. And well, it's history is, after all. I mean, it's been many years that I've been doing this. I haven't practically done any other kind of job apart from film, and I should consider myself lucky in
Yeah.
that aspect.
Well, so was that different from what you wanted to be when you grew up? Because you said
no.
economics
Yeah.
and stuff.
But
and then,
you know, the education system in Greece works differently than what it does in the States. So you don't get to actually pick what you get to study, but you take exams, and according to the grades that you get, and well, there wasn't a film school back in the days, a state film school or a university
Sure.
school. So I had to study something, and I thought, well, why not? I should try that. And but it's never what I wanted to do. It's just that when you grew up back in that day in Greece, you had to go to the university. It was the thing that you should do. And well, I did it, but it was very lucky that I knew my calling, but I found a way to do that and to eventually make a living out of it.
yeah, the road less traveled.
Yeah.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, who were your biggest influences, and then maybe who are your biggest influences now in terms of thinking or
Yeah.
thought or anything like that?
Well, I've been a bookworm since I was a kid.
Okay.
I've been reading books, and I was watching films from a very young age. Actually, it was my older sister that turned me on into the more serious films. But there was this late night show on Greek television that it would program weird art house, European or American or foreign in general films. And there was this guy, he was a film critic, and he still is alive. He's not working anymore, but
Right.
he's still active. And he would present the film at the beginning. He would speak on a very low and deep and slow voice.
Yeah.
And he would say a few things about the film that you were about to see. And the films would be, you know, from Bergman to Pasolini to Fellini to stuff like that. I was, I don't know, 12, 13, 14 years old
So
at
he
that
was
time.
like the Greek Roger Ebert
Yes,
kind of at
yes,
that time?
in a
Okay.
way. But
Yeah.
we imagine him with a big mustache and thick glasses. But he was a fantastic. I mean, he had a fantastically eclectic taste in
Yeah,
film,
yeah, yeah.
and he had a way to persuade you to watch stuff. And I mean, I remember the first time I saw a Pasolini film in a much younger age that I should have probably, but it made such a huge impression on me, and I knew that there's more to cinema than, you know, going out and having popcorn and watching something.
Yes, the
So,
traditional.
yeah. So I realized there's something there, and well, I think that, you know, I delved right into. Of course, I was watching Disney cartoons and stuff like that.
Of course,
I
who
mean,
isn't?
yeah. But from a pretty young age, I realized that there are more to cinema than just entertainment. So I don't know. In terms of filmmakers, there are so many to name.
Yeah.
And also the same thing goes for books, I would say.
Sure.
And music. But you know,
But that's changed to now, though, right?
Yeah.
Like that. So that was a film critic now, and so who is it now that's like your biggest influence?
well,
Is it your peers, the people that you deal with? All
yes, I mean, it depends on how you. I mean, I always like to be surprised and to be to discover things that will amaze me in a way, or if we not go that far, to be amazed, to make me, you know, change my position on little things even. And I like films that they will, you know, I will start watching them, and I will be this person, and when I finish watching a film, even at the tiniest molecule,
Yes.
something will have changed. And this is the kind of films that we like to program here in Thessaloniki. Films that they don't leave you indifferent, that
Right.
they you know, they have an effect on you.
Well, that's art, right?
Yeah.
That nexus of kind of the possibility but reality and that kind of.
But at the same time,
Yeah.
they don't have to be boring, or they don't have to be
Of course not,
arty.
yeah.
They don't have to be, you know, too self-indulgent. We want, I mean, a festival is its audience as well. It's the filmmakers that come here, that they present their films, but it's also the audience that gets to watch the films,
course.
and they need to enjoy it. Or if they don't enjoy it, because we have some films like that, and we know we have, they should, you know, have some talking points get out of them. They should have a conversation with them, or with the people that are watching them with, because we do program some experimental films, or some films that we know that will be they will divide the audience, but still
okay.
it's part of this process.
Yeah.
I mean, for instance, we have a tribute to Albert Serra this year,
Yeah.
the Spanish director, Catalan director, and his latest film is called Liberté, and we knew that it has a lot of sex scenes in it, and it's shot in a forest during the night.
So already different.
Yeah,
than most things.
and we knew that a lot of people, it's not going to be their cup of tea, absolutely. And he knew it too. And of course, until the end of the film, almost half of the theater had walked out, or I don't know, a third of the theater maybe. But you know, with films like that there will be people that they will say, oh, this is a masterpiece, and people that will think, oh, this is horrible, why did you program that?
Sure.
But if you get these people to indulge in a conversation and among them and between you and you, I like to have this conversation. I was outside when the film started playing, and like 10 minutes after it started, a woman came out and said, oh my God, you said that this is one of his best films? I said, yes. I wonder what his worst films look like. So, and then we had a conversation for some time. And I mean, this is what makes it interesting.
Right.
And I don't know, this is what festivals should be all about.